Here are some keyboard shortcuts that aren't the most obvious ones. So the first is Option and drag, okay? So for that, you press Option key and then click and drag to copy paste. That's all it is. Now that saves time because if you didn't do that, you'd have to effectively create a new track, move the target track from V1 to V2 like that, highlight the clip, copy, then paste. So that one button press of Option and click and drag has saved us about, what, like 8 clicks? Okay, this next one effectively enables or disables a clip, i.e. making it invisible or visible. And it is highlighting the clip, Shift, Command, and E. There we go, now it's invisible. Okay, so back on and off again. Now without this, you can either right click and enable, or you have to make the entire layer invisible, toggle track output. Now the bad thing about that is when you do that, sometimes you get an error message on the middle of the screen saying, warning, this will get rid of your rendering files. So this effectively stops you having to delete all your render files and just get rid of the one clip. Now this sounds really obvious, but Command S again and again and again. You got to do that. Don't trust the autosave, because even if the worst were to happen, I mean, 50 minutes is a long time to, bloody edit again. So Command S, I do that every 30 seconds, I swear to God. Now this next one is with the razor tool. So once the razor is selected, either by clicking there or by pressing C, you hold down Shift and click. And that will cut every single track wherever you moved the cursor. Now, of course, that can save having to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it can save you as many clicks as you've got tracks. So this next one is about fine-tuning the placement of your clip, okay, frame by frame accuracy. So click the clip, then Command and right or left. And this will go through 1 or 2 frames at a time, you see? This just saves you having to zoom right in like this, moving the playhead once and then going across. It just saves those clicks. Again, this is for more real fine tuning. So select the end of a clip and then holding Option, do right or left. To go 1 frame at a time, you're shortening the clip or extending it. So again, it saves you having to go right in, move the playhead 1 frame, 2 frames, and then drag. It just effectively saves you doing those bits. Here's a tip for the audio, okay? Now, sometimes, depending on how big your screen is, you have to click and drag the audio level like this to go up and down, and if you want to go really precise, it's quite difficult to drag on the keypad or with the mouse. So, forget that. What you gotta do, highlight the audio clip, and then press square bracket left or square bracket right, and that will go up or down by 1 decibel. Now this one's bloody easy. Backslash goes to the entire timeline zoom level. My God, that saves you some time. I can't believe how many clicks I've wasted before I realized I could do that. And my last little tip for keyboard shortcuts is the tilde key. So that will bring any one of these windows that you've got selected to full screen level. So that can help if you want to get a real close-up look at the timeline like this. Or it can be a close-up look of the project window like this. Or the main thing I use it for is to get a close-up look of the viewer, the program. There we go. So now you've got full screen without having to go to some preset window setting that makes you preview the entire thing. So that was a few keyboard shortcut tips that I use sometimes that aren't the most obvious ones. So please, tell me below if that was a help to you. If not, then tell me below as well. I'd like to hear it. But yeah, my name is George. This is Jam Punch Storytelling, and I'll see you next time.